let's run up a milli.
If you're trying to kiss ass, better get a room. If you got no cash, let the credit boom. You gotta pay tax on the revenues.
What's up, guys? This is the Daily T. It's 7:06 a.m. and it's Thursday, January 20th. So we're diving into it right now hot because we got Google's president of commerce. Crypto is something we pay a lot of attention to, and that was reported yesterday. Every single big tech company, every single company of every industry is going to get involved with blockchain or crypto in some sort of way. So you have the Google coming out, being activated. So I retweeted out Google has been activated, and they liked the tweet. So Blockworks, very good channel to watch to get some up-to-date news, and that's what I mostly retweet out. But we have Google has been activated. So Google is exploring letting users store crypto in digital cards. Letting users store crypto in digital cards. Maybe Google will launch a credit card, or maybe they already have one, but they're looking at crypto a lot. They're paying attention to it. Maybe they're going to launch a coin, or maybe for using Google's platform, you'll get rewarded in Google coin. That's going to be able to be used and spent on Amazon. This is the world we're headed to, where it's going to be interconnected, where travel points from taking a flight, your JetBlue points can be converted into Starbucks coffee if you want. We're going to have an interconnected world where you'll be able to transact anything into anything. And here it is, it's being shown to us right now. Because even if we go back to some of the older stuff that I showed with NTT data, that PowerPoint that I saw back in 2017, and I always love going back to the OG documents because you have September 2017. I've showed this before, but I like to bring it back up because it still holds true today. 5 years later, 2022, this plan was laid out 4.5 years ago in 2017, even back 2015, and through the courses you see that's been laid out for 30 years, more than 100 years, this whole game plan. But as of the strategy with blockchain technology adoption, they were laying it out in this PowerPoint in September 2017. So we can go down here and we can see that all like kind of the companies that are involved with this new blockchain plumbing that's going to replace the traditional plumbing that we have now. So we see all the companies that could be involved in which different markets, right? Internet of Things, payment platforms, marketplaces, capital markets. And then right here you got Google, other platforms, Facebook, now Meta. And then we have Microsoft, Google, Netflix, Uber, eBay, Airbnb, Amazon. And we have the players involved that's going to power and facilitate that blockchain transformation from the traditional rails today. And we have the timeline. So let's keep moving forward with the news. I think I'm going to have to call this video Google's been activated, because it's all Google news that I'm about to share right now. Because we have Alphabet Inc. Alphabet is the parent company over Google. So how I was saying that in the last video that the Intercontinental Exchange, ICE, is the parent company over, I believe it's the NASDAQ, right? So Alphabet is like the equivalent to Google. And they hired the former PayPal executive to run its payments division as part of a broader financial services push that will include crypto. This is huge news. I might be a little toned down this morning, but if this was like maybe 9 a.m., 10 a.m., I'd be flipping out right now. But I'm starting to get, waking up, and this is hype. Google's been activated. It's official. It is official. Google hires PayPal veteran as part of a crypto push, and the move to hire Arnold Goldberg to run its payments division comes after Google previously abandoned a push into banking. So they previously tried to go into banking, but now they're hiring this PayPal veteran to get them into crypto. I like where this is headed. So we can even dive in later on, because we've seen so far in this video that Google's been activated. They're looking at crypto a lot. They said that they're starting a crypto unit in a division, and that they hired this new guy to run the payments division to have crypto included in that. And let's not forget that Google is on the governing council of Hedera Hashgraph, HBAR. And let me pull that up just so I can give you guys the proof. I always love to do that. So hedera.com, and even right on the website, you can go to governance right there in that tab, it'll show it. But right here it shows it. We have Google right there, Boeing, all these other big companies. And Hedera is owned and governed by the world's leading organization. So Hedera Hashgraph, that's the full name of what HBAR is. And Hashgraph is a step up in the technology of blockchain. So if you were to think like, all right, blockchain is like game changer, it's replacing this whole system that is so clunky right now. Hashgraph is even a level above that. So Hashgraph is already ahead of its time, and they were working on it, I believe, since like 2013. So they were working on it earlier on, and then it came out around like 2018. So Hedera, game changer with the technology and the capabilities that it provides, owned and governed by the world's leading organizations, Google, Boeing, all these big names. And then we have all this news coming out about Google being activated. They're getting after it. You got President of Commerce, crypto is something we pay a lot of attention to, and exploring letting users store crypto in digital cards, and then saying that they're hiring for, like, this was all in one day. It's like a flip switch. And now we have Hedera Governing Council votes to purchase Hashgraph intellectual property. So Hedera Governing Council, I'm going to go through it again because all these companies in here voted to buy the intellectual property of Hashgraph, HBAR, and open source it to the public to be able to use it and utilize it. So Avery Dennison, Boeing, Chainlink, DBS, Dutch Telecom, DLA Piper, ServiceNow, huge company, IBM, huge, Google, FIS, all these companies. I'm sure there's a few more that they may have on the governance page, but all those companies voted to purchase Hashgraph intellectual property, commits to open source world's most advanced distributed ledger technology. And that is true because it's Hashgraph, so it's that step above. It was on the same day, yesterday, where Google was activated. So Hedera is the most used sustainable enterprise-grade public network for the decentralized economy by the Hedera team. So those are the cryptos that we look for. We look for the ones that are useful, have utility, are sustainable to the environment, and as well as to the infrastructure of the actual crypto. Looking for the ones that are enterprise grade because we want that big money to flow through it. And we're looking for a public network to enable a decentralized economy. That fits all the parts right there. Love it. So the Hedera Governing Council has voted to purchase the intellectual property rights to the Hashgraph consensus algorithm from Swirls, the original creator of the Hashgraph consensus algorithm and founding member of the Hedera Governing Council. So the Governing Council members further made a commitment to make the code open source under Apache 2.0 license in 2022. So the Hashgraph patents are no longer needed to be able to be used defensively to protect Hedera ecosystem participants. So the open sourcing of the consensus layer will serve to further accelerate its development and expand the number of contributors. The council members also announced that the network code will be out of beta within the next mainnet upgrade. So HBAR, I'm really liking it. I got to scoop some more HBAR up. This is one that's slacked upon. It's low right now. I believe it may be around 25 cents. If you can get 4 for $1, I'll take that any day. So the governing council members are a diverse group of leading enterprises, organizations that collectively promote the advancement of the Hedera network technology and determine allocation of the Hedera treasury. All those companies that I mentioned, they're promoting Hedera. They're determining the allocation of the treasury. I'm pretty sure the guy, Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank, owns a lot of HBAR. If I pull that up real quick, we could probably see Kevin O'Leary confirms he owns HBAR, December 21st. Yeah, so a lot of good stuff coming for HBAR. You can see it, it's written on the wall. All right, so let's keep moving on. So for the Aquarius airdrop, it's basically like you're gonna get 5 Aqua for every XLM that you put on there. So if you put 1,000 XLM on there, you're gonna get 5,000 Aqua. And the details for when we're gonna receive that is coming. And I believe, actually, now that I think about it, the Sologenic, we're gonna receive those Sologenic airdrop coins pretty soon now. I think it might be the 21st. Let's see. On January 20th. All right, January 20th, 8 p.m. That's so funny I mention it. So I guess we're going to get the Sologenic airdrop starting today. But it will be flowing out, over the couple of days. It's not like we're going to get it all at once. There was a ton of people that claimed it. So it's most likely going to go in an order. So that's good news. Aqua, Sologenic, they're coming. And then for the people that did the Elysian airdrop, you're going to be getting Athena airdrop in March, in June, in September as well too. They're doing 3 airdrops for that free coin that we got back in, I believe it was September. And then let's keep diving in. So NBH Bank and New York Community Bank have conducted the first USDF stablecoin transaction. So it was just that, like last week, it was probably less than that that, and I believe I tweeted it out, that there was a consortium of US banks. And keep in mind, in my video yesterday, I had mentioned that there was a bunch of banks about to go live this year for crypto trading. Around 300 banks in the US to go live with Bitcoin trading with the help of NYDIG and the connection we made in that one. If you didn't see it, definitely watch that one. So we see that the banks are about to go live. And then just, I believe it was literally last week or a couple days ago. I'm sure it's like right here. Speaking of Kevin O'Leary, a ton of capital from institutions is going to flow into Bitcoin mining this year. Interesting. So we'll see here. Where is it at? Oh, by the way, there is actually a hearing today on cleaning up cryptocurrency about the cryptocurrency mining and the effects on the environment. We found some key stuff today. There's a lot. So we have a hearing today at 10:30 a.m. The House of Energy and Commerce will publish a 9-page memo on crypto's energy use. So they're setting the narrative. And it's funny because I believe in the video, I made a video, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, about green finance and why it's important. If you didn't watch that one, definitely watch this one, because I had mentioned this coming up in that video and I made connections on why it's important and why we should probably pay attention to this. So that's key too. Also, huge news. Walmart prepares to launch NFTs, a cryptocurrency, and join the metaverse. Walmart, they're activated as well. It seems like all the big names are coming out with some big Adidas, Puma, Walmart, you got Google. It's like they've been activated. 200 US banks this year. I'm sorry, 300 US banks this year. And then you had Jared Kushner. He advocated behind the scenes at the Trump White House for a US digital currency. So this has been talked about for a bit. Hulu's trying to break into NFTs. I guess there was so much more than just Google. So let's keep going here. So the Republic of Palau is eyeing its own stablecoin after the launch of a digital residency program earlier this week. And let's not forget that Ripple had announced, I think it was back in October, that the Republic of Palau is launching their digital currency on top of XRP's ledger. So, and even right here, after this CoinDesk tweet about it with the news, you had Ripple re-quote it and tweet it saying, Palau president, his name, talks about his plans for the crypto for a nation, including how Ripple will help Palau deliver digital wallets to every resident. And let's keep in mind that Palau, the Republic of Palau, is owned by the US. And this stablecoin that they're launching is a US dollar stablecoin. So if they're enabling this capability in the Republic of Palau on a small scale, maybe it's just a test ground, a pilot for the big scale when bringing that digital currency, the US digital dollar, over to the US, and that will be like the grand launch, right? It only makes sense. So let's keep going here. More huge news. The move marks a turning point in CBDC infrastructure development, demonstrating to the rest of the world that such a move could prove useful to the traditional banking and financial sector. Swiss Central Bank, the Bank of International Settlements, and 6 complete tests of wholesale CBDC trial, and they said it was successful. And we have all our key players in there. We have all our key words. So the pilots are done. They tested it. It went successful. They've been testing these projects with the Bank of International Settlements since 2018. They really took their time, really stress test this, and they tested it all the way through, and the pilot's over. They're ready to be activated. They're ready to be activated now. Everybody, all right, this video is going to be called Everybody is Activated, because we got Google activated, Walmart activated, the banks activated, and the central banks activated. The timeline's adding up. And also I want to put on record too, I believe something around the February 20th, the February 22nd time frame will be a key date to watch out for. I have a feeling something big might happen around that time. Also here, I just noticed the Great Reset is the World Economic Forum's, and remember we watch out for them, proposal for post-COVID economic recovery. Reuters and the BBC report. God, it's like I'm bringing back everything from the past. Remember how I said to watch out for the Great Reset, Fourth Industrial Revolution? I'm telling you, this is right here under COVID-19. This just popped up yesterday, and they're saying that Reuters and BBC report that the Great Reset is the World Economic Forum's proposal for a post-COVID economic recovery. So maybe we're ready to do the Great Reset. Maybe it'll be February 22nd. We'll see. But anyways, let's keep diving in. And remember, Swift is going live with launching their testing of digital assets within their system. And let's not forget that the DTCC is also going live with their blockchain settlement system for the stock market. The stock market is $7 trillion, I believe, a day flowing through it. So DTCC plans 2022 go live for blockchain stock settlement, and that is subject to regulatory approval. Plans to go live in the first quarter of 2022. So it's all subject to regulatory approval. During this quarter, we have multiple things lining up. We have Ripple with the case and the expert discovery and seeing how that will unfold. Then we have Swift going live with Settle, which we know is tied up with Ripple, and all of them are just tied up through previous employers and through previous employees or just other projects they worked on together. And then we also have the DTCC, which is going live with their things subject to regulatory approval, and we know that they're a part of the Hyperledger Foundation, and we know that's another key place to watch out for. So all these things are lining up around this time, so something big is going to happen quarter one. You can just feel it. You can just feel it with all this news that we just saw in here. So it's crazy times. So every day is just something better than the last day as far as just the fundamental developments that are going on in the space. It's so exciting. Every day there's really, the sky's the limit as far as where crypto could go. So we can just look forward to another day tomorrow, another positive news, and when the price is down, we can spend that time to either buy some more or work at our job, earn some extra income to get some more, or spend that time doing education, learning more about the fundamentals of crypto, or spending that time just messing around on the charts, playing around, trying to get more comfortable with TradingView or the technical indicators. So use this time right, and maybe use this time to do some deep dives on our own, get that scuba gear on. I know Bob got that scuba gear on. He found that Soulja Boy song called Metaverse. So get that scuba gear on and send that stuff through because we love it. We absolutely love it. So that's it for the Daily Tea, guys, and I'll see you in the Daily Market Update.
Hey, let's run up a minute. Living on Main Street, I've been trying to get dough, no pastry. I've been living on